When fish is added value, you get more money than getting a whole fish. Pollution is a menace to the world. So what we are doing is that we are encouraging our farmers to follow the law. We are getting these laws from the regulatory bodies in the country, and we are encouraging the farmers to kindly follow all the laws, because we don't want to get into problems where the problems in which other countries are getting into because of the pollution. So we have encouraged our farmers to do safe fish farming, avoid the plastics where possible. For us, we are privileged because we have factories which are producing UV treated plastic, which we use for pond liners. We have been relying on these government institutions to get that information and pass it to our farmers. And we are encouraging our farmers to please use the information we are getting, use it well. Don't get the information and put it in your pocket. Please spread the gospel. We know that this thing is a menace, and we don't want to lose our market. We are looking to exporting our fish soon, and we are encouraging our farmers. We practice safe fish farming.
To address our food and nutritional security needs, especially protein from fish, we've seen the private sector and government coming together to support aquaculture development to supplement the declining catch from the natural systems. This has it was started a long time ago, but we are having new methods coming in, like cage fish farming in natural water bodies, that is lakes and dams, and we are seeing it really picking up, and it's developing fast. Over a period of few years, the contribution from cage fish farming has been significant, and we are projecting that in a few years' time, cage fish farming and aquaculture at large will produce more fish than what we get from the natural environment. Naturally, it has an impact. Like we are introducing cages. They are made of some material. This material could be impacting water quality and the environment in one way or another. We are introducing feed to feed fish. It has impact on water quality, but as government and private stakeholders, we've worked on continuous improvement of technology to ensure that this new promising aquaculture practice is done in a sustainable way to support the blue economy. We are also encouraging and working with the investors to use feed that does not pollute the environment. For example, if fish is unutilized, like if you are feeding fish and they don't consume everything, that becomes pollution to the lake. But the dune technologies are ensuring that we are producing feed that can float on water, and we can see that it's all consumed. You know, we see the environment is changing because of global warming, and the species that used to thrive in the current environment are getting it difficult to thrive in the new environment. Other species are taking that opportunity, and as such they become invasive, and they pose a lot of new challenges. This could be controlled if we manage our ecosystems through a multi-sectoral approach, where the citizen is taking the lead role of playing their part, eliminating pollution, committing to zero pollution, and when you limit these pollutants going into the lake, we will see the lakes naturally transforming to the former past that is able to support quite a lot of fish production, and also good for other resource users.
As we focus towards exploiting the fishery, we also need to be cognizant that these systems are just like a living human body system, that if you put in the wrong stuff, then the body fails itself. And so it is very critical that we take into consideration what is the contribution of our aquatic ecosystems in this country in terms of food safety, food security and nutrition, and income assurance to our people, job creation. Aquaculture is growing rapidly in this country. And as it grows, of course, it has been necessitated by the drop in capture fisheries. The capture fisheries is dwindling down, and so aquaculture has to come up to fill that gap because the demand for fish is growing. Interestingly, most communities in Kenya that were traditional not fish-eating communities are now coming up in terms of consumption of fish. There could also be possibility that our behavior as Kenyans is also wanting in terms of, we have quite a number of plastic packaged food products and other usable materials in our homes. Can we exercise the character of learning on how to dispose, especially plastics? You go to the Western world and other developed countries, and you realize that there is segmentation of dustbins, and it can show you the solids and other products, the food waste and plastics, and so you are able actually to dispose these waste materials depending on their state. And this helps also the companies, the county government systems that are taking away the waste material that has come as a result of usage, either at the farms or at the domestic level. It becomes easier to be able to separate these, inventorize, and be able to separate them and know how either to recycle or to dispose them. And so the onus is on us as Kenyans, both from the young children to the elderly, to know how to handle our waste material. Yes, we would say that there is quite a lot of, and the most sensitive one probably would be the plastics emissions, which I think the Kenyan government has done very well. The MCA Act has really been reinforced, and now the light gauge material, waste material, plastic material is not in the market anymore. That we can actually congratulate the government for remaining firm and ensuring that this plastic menace has been lowered completely. However, we cannot say that we are off the hook because we have quite a lot of products packaged in plastics. And more often than not, as you drive along the roads, you'll find plastics thrown all over. We have sweets packaged in small polythene material. We have quite a lot of products that are packaged in plastic. So the onus is on us and even the manufacturers to put their warning that as you use this product, make sure you dispose the waste material in an environmental friendly way.
At the beach, we are also sensitize our people we do normally the normal cleaning of the beach so that we have got whereby we can put the waste material whereby they can be put and then they get burned. And also we are also sensitizing our fishermen to actually maintain the cleanliness of where they are working. Even sometimes we go even to Chief Baraza to actually tell the public on how to use environment sustainably, whereby we don't we don't interfere with the environment that is surrounding us. The cage fish farming is good fishing activities in that it has helped the BMU in getting the revenues, and even the locals are getting fish ready as compared to the capture fishery, which has now gone down. Actually, it is helping the local. We can now get fish readily. After rearing it for 8 to 9 months, you can now harvest. And from there, the local will get the fish ready at the beach. And at the same time, the traders are coming from outside to come buy and go sell. We have got some, the fish that we are using the locally available feeds, which we are getting from the Kenya Marine and Fisheries Research, that is Kemfree. We are buying the feeds from there, and most of the feeds are floating. So because they are floating, they are pellets that are floating, they don't sink and actually interfere and pollute the lakes. So we are using the feeds that are made locally. There are challenges we are facing as cage fish farmers. we have got water hyacinth. You know, when the water hyacinth came, they invade the cages, and it's actually interfere with the oxygen flow of the fish which are inside the cages. We have got the moving island, we call it Abuoro. Okay, because of the backflow of the water, there are moving islands which are now moving within the lakes, and by the time they get into the cages, actually they attack them, and even the cages can even move away from where they were stationed.